Hey guys, this is Cam315 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai episode review for you guys. And again, I think I can speak on behalf of everybody. Just watching Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai definitely takes something off the mind, especially with what's going on in the world today, right now. Again, leave your thoughts and prayers with those people. And stuff like that, because that's very devastating to what's happened to them. So yeah, definitely love the outcry of the world and all these people coming out saying that they're against what's going on. But other than that, Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai happened today, despite everything that's going on. Just like every other anime. So yeah, but we get what I thought was going to be the climax between Dai and Hadlar, but seemingly they're going to save that for, well, next week. Yeah, so anyways, this is Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai episode 71. Now, the fight between Dai and Hadlar is continue on, but well, obviously there's this very strong barrier that's giving off all this heat and everything. Even we see Hinako throw like kind of, I guess, a shuriken or something like that, a little blade, and it essentially melts away because the heat is so intense from them clashing and everything. And we cut over to Dark King Vern. He's like, this is the fight. This is like the fight between the two dragons and stuff like that. And essentially, he recalls a memory back in the past where these two dragons in the underworld fought. Velzar was the Abyss dragon, and Vorkis was the lightning dragon. They clashed, and essentially it was the same thing, like Dai and Hadlar. The aura and the power they were given off, and it emanated, it essentially disintegrated anything within its sight and killed, anything within its sight, which goes to show you how like crazy feats of power, Dai and Hadlar are going at. Essentially we found out that the battle is that Belzar essentially won the fight and became the Abyss Dragon King. And essentially Vern is like, can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Now, throughout this fight, Pop is kind of taking the approach of just like, I want to help Dai in this whole thing, but Hinako is like, no, Dai wanted this, we have to let him do this. They're fighting a fight because they're men. And even Leona chips in on this by essentially saying, we can't interfere with this because that's not what Dai wants, and stuff like that. And she goes into a whole dialogue about how she thought Dai had the ability of courage, but essentially the whole thing about Dai is his personality, him being our Dai, the Dai that makes Dai who Dai is, I guess I can say that. Is what's willing him on to continue this fight and do all this and stuff like that, which the flashbacks were pretty cool in this moment and stuff like that. Definitely did enjoy that. So Pop reluctantly agrees, like, okay, I guess I'll let Dai do this. So essentially gets to the point, because Dai's kind of getting beat down, he's kind of backed into a corner. He essentially gets his sword of Dai out and he's like, all right, I gotta do something. And obviously because of this essentially signifies that the fight is coming to an end, because that's what they said early in the episode. The moment these two draw their swords, that's when you can tell the fight's about to end, and there's should be one more strike, and stuff like that. And Vern is like, it's interesting because Hadlar has this ultra combustion slash, but Dai really doesn't have anything to counter that. And Vern's like, well, he can use Zapple, but Vern is like, yeah, he can, but it won't do anything, especially if you add a regular Avant Strash with it. He won't overcome Hadlar. So, what does Dai end up doing? So, he ends up charging an Avant Strash. He fires it off as a projectile attack, Avant Strash arrow. And Hadlar's like, the hell are you doing, man? You're just asking yourself to be killed. Stuff like that. So, obviously, he charges in, going in for the attack to make his final attack. But then Dai charges in, and he's using a Von Strash break to charge in. And essentially what he's doing is he had to time this essentially perfectly And this is his new Avant Strash move called Avant Strash Cross. Essentially, Dai had to time it so damn perfectly to be able to catch up to his Avant Strash arrow attack, to be able to essentially slash down while the arrows is slashing up, makes a cross, and Hadlar is down. And it looks like, okay, it's over, done. Done deal, done everything. Obviously, everybody else sees the explosion on the lower ground of the battlefield and everything, and we're led to believe that Hadlar's done and he's defeated. But no, Hadlar gets back up through his sheer will alone, throws Dai around. Pop wants to help, but then Dai essentially is like, no, you will not be getting involved. If you get involved, I swear I will never forgive you, giving the Super Saiyan Goku line when he told everybody to F off when he was fighting Freeze, otherwise I'm not going to forgive you again. That was when Goku told King Kai, don't use the wish to send me back to Earth, otherwise I'm never going to forgive you again. So it's something like that. I guess another Dragon Ball callback right there. But essentially Dai, is like, I'm going to finish this fight how I want to finish this fight. And, even though I still have a little bit of, energy left within me, I'm going to still continue to fight. In the meantime, we find out Hadlar actually is using a life blade that Hugh Nichols says he's essentially converting his own life energy into making that blade because he knows that his end is near. And essentially, with the will of remembering of all the fact that his comrades, the Royal Guard members, were there for him the entire time and protected him and stuff like that and were loyal to him, he acknowledges that, and he's going to use not only his will, but their will to end up defeating Dai. Again, a quote my co-host, the Red Wolf, says, who's not joining us tonight in this video, said the fact that he has Hadlar being one of his favorite villains in anime and period. I'm not going to quote that exact line, but, he has told me that he has a whole new respect for Hadlar, and that Hadlar is definitely one of his favorite characters, and stuff like that. So essentially the episode ends off with the whole aspect of, Hadlar and Dai saying, oh, okay, it's time, time for the final clash and everything and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a solid episode. Animation was great, especially on the Avant Strash Cross. Great stuff. Definitely can't wait for more. And yeah. So that's it. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai content. And again, like I said, stay safe out there. Obviously pray for the people, because I think a lot of people need a lot of praying, especially in this time of need and stuff like that. But other than that, we're gonna get out of here. Again, stay safe out there, guys, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night or when I'm checking this video. Until then, guys, catch you guys later. Peace.